Hey everyone. I am just sitting here stitching. Um, I keep messing up and my mind is wandering and I'm between takes and I keep miscounting. So I figure if I'm like chatting with someone, it might actually get easier, which is kind of weird. So anyway, I'm so glad that you're going to join me. I'm like seriously, I'm between takes. No makeup. I'm all So, hey, Beverly in Alaska, how are you tonight? It is, let's see, it's probably about 65 degrees. How cold is it where you are? I'm in Texas. I am just stitching along and just having such a crazy time. Hey, Christine. So anyway, if you, are just joining in, so good to see you. Hey, Crystal and stuff. Crystal sewing stuff. Hey, let's see if I'm missing anybody else. Hey, Berkeley, Mafia Minx, hey, and Amy in Canada. This is awesome. Unbelievably warm. It was about 30 degrees too warm. Really? 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 51 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow, that's cool. Hey, Lorma. Okay, so you're Liz. Awesome. Hey. I'm so glad to see you all. I have to like scroll. You know, it's weird. It's like it fades out what you guys say after. So if I don't say it high enough. Hey, Amanda in Kentucky. So I am sitting here stitching. Are you stitching along? What are you doing? What do you do about this time? Are you listening to podcasts? Are you watching YouTube stuff? Well, obviously, you're on with me now. You're live on air. Hey, Bridget. Oh, it's 45 in Seattle. I'm up late. Is it snowing where I am? No, it is not snowing. And it's not late. Is it late? It's 9:13 here p.m. Cooking dinner and listening. Hey, Beverly. Hey, Jill. Hey, you're watching YouTube videos and you popped on for me. Oh, thank you. Well, I was counting my stitches and I'm supposed to be doing this. I'm like knit 4 and knit 2 together. And then I found myself like mindlessly, like I'm doing this. I'm holding up way up so you can see that I'm doing something. But anyway, I was like mindlessly doing it and I just like counting. I'm like knit, 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 knit. And I get to the end of my row and I'm like, oh, crud. I was supposed to like decrease and I'm like not. And I was thinking about all these things because I'm going to be going to like my first like since I quit my job as a designer, I haven't gone to any like professional trade shows, which I used to go to trade shows like all the time in the job I was doing before, like multiple times a year. Oh, Leona, Criminal Intent is on. You know, I haven't watched that. Oh, crud. Oh, I almost did something and blocked somebody. Sorry, that would be bad. Anyway, and so I'm like, my mind is going like, what am I going to do with this thing? And da 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 da. So I just registered for Creativation. So I'm excited about it. And I'm like thinking about all the companies that I'd like to chat with to show you guys some new things. And anyway, so if you're one of those companies, please reach out to me because I'm setting up meetings. Yeah, if there's anything that you guys would like me to inquire about, please let me know. Yeah, I'd like to know. Hey, Lorma. Okay, so she's sitting there leaning a blanket and watching funniest video I ever see. Oh my gosh. The furry nails. Yeah, there was like a Facebook video and that I saw with these like furry nails. Someone had like cut off like this fur on fabric and then like put it on there and as nails. It was so weird. I'm like, how do you go to the bathroom? I mean, first of all, it's weird, but how would you even go to the bathroom with that? It's like, hey, Joey. Oh, you love my videos. Thank you so much. Snowing 2 inches there. Oh my gosh, girl. Do I have another video for the chevron stitch for the loom? I have the one video, the ripple and ridge one. Do you want another one? Lorma died laughing. Yeah, the cat with the furry nails. I can't either. It's creepy. It's creepy and really nasty. Oh my word. Yes. Oh, Amy's trying to get her blanket done for Christmas. Are you guys still working on all your Christmas stuff? Knit 2 together. Okay. I'm like, where am I? This is so boring. I'm like in between takes for like my next video for you guys and I'm like, my mind is not stopping. I mean, usually like I'd want it to keep going, and I was getting all these creative things, but at the same time, I'm like, I kept having to go backwards, and I'm like, why am I doing this? Sorry, I keep looking down at my knitting because I'm like making sure, okay, I'm decreasing properly because I just sat there and told y'all on the last take, okay, do this until this point, and I'll meet you back up. And now I have to meet you back up. If you can tell, I'm doing some stranded knitting here, and I'm on the top of this decreasing area here. So I'm like, what am I doing? Okay. What is Lorna doing? She says, loom knit hanging dish towel. Yes. Can't get the hanging part. Okay. I'm going to work on a topper for you guys. Do you want me to work on a topper for loom knitting? Tell me you do. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. If I see that little thing go up and up and up, I will know. Oop, got a couple of people hitting that like button. Do you want a loom knit towel topper? All right. Get you a towel. Get you a towel. And get you a... Oh, I got a... One went away. Oh, and it jumped back up again. Okay, where's my towel? So I'm going to use my mama. This was her towel, my grandmother. I'm going to do the tutorial in this one. See, it's a Christmassy towel. And then you need a rotary cutter. And I don't have the other one with me. And then you need a skip cut rotary cutter. So go look for a wide spaced skip cut rotary cutter. And then we're going to like cut off the tips of the towel. And then we're going to hang them on your loom, and then we'll be doing the topper. So you need to get those supplies. You need to get the towel that you want to sacrifice. Sacrificial towel. Okay, where was I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Bifocal time. 1, 2. I'm doing the trombone. So I'm gonna come up. Here's the thing. I've got to get what I'm doing right now done, and then that is the next one on the agenda. So I'm like, I've got to get this one done, and then I'm gonna work on the other one. So I'm like, I'm almost done. I've got to get to my goal. I'm really bad about like putting down a project and stopping to do the next one, and then I don't pick up the other one that I was doing. And I've done that before, time and time again. It's like I'm on to the next thing, and I loved what I was doing, but now I'm on the next thing. So have I ever made a rake stitch hat? Yes, with like a double rake, is that what you mean? I've done it on the double knitting loom, but I haven't done like one where you double knit and then like when you go back and forth and you double knit and then you like seam it together. So I haven't done that, but I have done a double rake hat loom like with this. Oh shoot, it's caught on some yarn with this. So I have 2 videos with the double rake. This is the rotating double knit loom from KB. It's the only one like it. So if that answers the question. Let's see, knit 2 together. Where's my knit 2? Okay, 1, 2, 3. I probably should have started this after I had done that one part. Let me go. Okay, I'm going to do my knit 2 together, and I'm going to jump back up and look at these questions. I hate that, like, YouTube makes the comments, like, fade away. All right, here we go. I could never knit and chat. I'm not that focused. I wish I could multitask. I'm telling you, like, if I wasn't doing this, I think my mind would just keep trying to knit the straight away on the row, and then I wouldn't actually do all my knit 2 togethers because my mind like wants to. If I was just doing stocking knit and I was just like knit, because I'm in the round. Okay. Oh, you just got a taste of what that is. I'm in the round, but I don't need to knit in the round right now. Just knit. I need to decrease. Okay, now I'm in the straightaway where I can do one whole round. Okay, sorry, I'm talking in code. That's on your wish list for Christmas. Oh, cool. Okay, Kristen, I like knitting with the needles, but I don't do it because I can't get the stitch off my needles. And if I get it off, my stitches are big and it's like a lot of yarn between the needles. Okay, do you mean like when you pull it apart and then it like looks like, whoa, this is elongated, like really stretchy? Is that what you mean? Because it will even out as you go, and that's just a thing about the tension. But But if you're talking like just the very last stitch or the very first stitch, then that evens out when you do the next row. And then I've done on a few of the videos where I show how to kind of like pull back that stitch and kind of like mess with the tension like through the row. Like you can take like a tapestry needle and kind of pull on that yarn a little bit. And then if you will block it, I'll tell you what, blocking will fix a lot of stuff. Like some people are like, blocking, no, it's so hard. It looks like, I'll just tell you, like when I first started to knit, people were like, make a swatch and you need to block. And I'm like, what? I don't want to do that. And like, I did not want to do it. I pushed back so hard, but honestly, I will tell you, when you do block, it kind of cures a lot of ailments, a lot of problems. So if you have uneven tension, block it. But also like especially when you're in the beginning, just keep going. If you're having a tension issue, then it's not an issue because it will work itself out. I want to encourage you to like, just keep going. And if you make a mistake, go ahead and take a moment and go back. It's so annoying, yes. But if you will fix your mistakes as you go or get through the whole thing and be like, whoa, I messed up, and be okay with messing up, you could save that project and be like, this is where I came from. Yay, I'm going to be better on the next one, because you will. And then go backwards on the next one and like go, okay, I've got to go back a few rows. Let me unknit it. Like don't be tempted to just take it and frog and rip the whole thing, but like kind of figure out how to go backwards when you knit. Like go into that stitch that you just did and then like unknit it. Just like unknit it. So you go into that last stitch you did and then just pull the old one off and then unknit it. Same thing on a loom. You can go backwards and then like learn to see what it looks like from the back of the loom and like go to look to the inside and see what that looks like, the opposite side of the stitch. You will learn a lot by doing that. Yeah. That's what you do, Lorma. You rip it all out. Okay, so I would encourage you not to rip it out. Try and go backward if you can. Try to go backward. I know it's a pain, but like, especially when you're learning, don't use yarn like this that's roving. Okay. The kind that's not twisted against another one. Like if you can get something with like a 3-ply, like a 2 or 3-ply where it's like multiple things twisted, not this raw looking stuff. And stuff that's like total acrylic, if you'll do that, when you rip back, and stuff that's not nubby or anything, just a real smooth textured yarn, when you do that, when you pull it back out, it's not going to snag on itself. It's not going to catch. The animal fibers are good for being stretchy and stuff. But if you're trying to go backwards, then you're using Red Heart. Okay, perfect. So if you're using Red Heart, especially like Super Saver or something, you should be able to go back and pop out those stitches pretty easily because it's going to be smooth. I also like that Deborah Norville's, she's got like a no pilling thing. Why am I going backwards now? Probably because I just told you to go backwards. I'm like knitting backwards, y'all. I'm undoing my work, Lorma. Oh my gosh. Why am I going backwards? Okay, Sheila says, I'm new at loom knitting and I can't get the hang of the chevron stitch. Need a step-by-step. Sheila, are you the one who asked me about the chevron earlier? I'm not sure. I didn't see what name asked me that earlier. Or maybe I did and I'd forgotten. Yeah. Oh, and also on my videos, like be sure and say, Lorma's like, oh my God, don't do that. Okay, you're the one who asked me. Be sure and hit that slow button. And you can listen to me like really slowed down. I sound a little drunk if you do that, but it doesn't matter. Like even on your mobile device, like hit that gear button on YouTube and make it go down slow. Like really slow down the speed to the slowest as you need. And it will go, it literally is step by step. You'll hear me say it really slow. And then, if you just really need something after that, let me know. But seriously, like if you, hold on a second. Okay. Sorry. All right. There we go. I timed that person out. I put them in a timeout. because I can't see y'all's responses. Anyway, if you will do that, then that would be helpful. I don't even know. I got thrown off by that weird comment. Okay. The question, someone asked me a question earlier and I missed it, and I wasn't trying to miss it on purpose. Yes, I have absolute beginner knitter videos, Donna. Someone asked me how long I've been knitting. I've been knitting since 2010, so not that long. And I just teach from what I know and kind of work from there. And I try and learn some advanced things and then kind of break it down, and I make my mistakes. And then once I learn like some really cool workarounds, then I do a video on it. If I can. I don't always do it right after I learn it, but anyway, Amy says, every time I use the needles, I end up increasing stitches or decreasing the stitches without trying. Okay, so you gave up when you went looming. Okay. If one of the biggest things is people, when you've got your yarn, either it went in the front or it went in the back, and then you had to go to the front, and then you accidentally create a yarn over because then you went to the next stitch and didn't move the yarn to the front or the back correctly. And so it just creates this extra yarn over. That's one of the main reasons. The other one is when you knit the stitch and you move over the new one to the other needle, you accidentally carried over the other stitch to the other needle, and you did like a sort of quick version of a knit front and back. So you actually just added a stitch onto that row and then didn't really know it. On decreasing, you may have dropped a stitch, or you may have accidentally knitted two together. That can happen. You just kind of have to go slow and methodical, and then going backwards to figure out what you did actually is really helpful, because when you go backwards, you'll go, oh, I have this extra elongated thing. And if you find that you have a hole in your work, it's probably a yarn over. And you kind of go look and go, okay, I see all these V's lined up, and then all of a sudden it's like I had a hole and then I made an extra line because now above that hole is an extra line that wasn't there before. That's because you have a yarn over, or you carried over your stitch too far. That's usually what that is. Just answering Amy. Bridget, I asked about it. It's my 2018 goal to try, since I'm self-taught crochet this year. And hey, and loom knitting is awesome too. I'm not digging on that. I still loom knit. Let's see. Let me go back. Someone asked me another question earlier. Oh yeah, and blocking. I have a video on wet blocking, and so you shouldn't be scared of wet block, because all it is just getting your knitting wet. As long as you're not applying, as long as it's not like a wool where you apply a lot of rubbing or something like that and causing friction and using super hot water, then you're not going to accidentally felt it. It's usually cold to work with. Now, if you're using a steamer or something, you can run the risk of either killing your acrylic if you're too close to it, which makes it kind of flatten and out. And then you can't really help it. It's sort of dead. That's what we call it, killing it. But you can steam it if it's kind of held above it just real lightly. But that's why I recommend wet blocking, because it teaches you how to work with your fabrics. And also it's a great way to learn how to clean your fabrics, because you don't want to just always have fabrics that aren't clean. That's not good, especially if it's something that it's a wearable, or you get something on it. Don't be afraid to clean it. Don't just try and spot clean it. Especially don't spot clean something and rub on it or something. You can mess up your knitting that you spent so much time working on. You want to be able to take care of it. Get some T-pins. I don't have the stuff in sight, but some rust-free or rust-proof T-pins. I got a pack of them on Amazon. In fact, you guys, if you want to see products I recommend or I've used or whatever, go to my Amazon store. GoodKnitKisses will get a benefit from it, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. But I'm able to I now have a link that has my name on it for Amazon. So you just go to the one thing. I actually put it in the description below if you want to. That way you're not seeing a ton of these links from me. But if you go to that store, I should have the T-pins in there. If I don't, let me know and I'll put them on there. Because I use them. It's like a big pack and it's like a little carrying case and I love it. But anyway, it's just amazon.com/shop/GoodKnitKisses. That's it. So anyway, you were knitting, Lisa, when you came online. That's awesome. When I came online. Okay, is wood better than... Yeah, I'll tell you about that in a second. You love looming, but you got caught up on crochet. Yeah, that's good, Bridget. Yeah, so needles just depends on, well, it depends on a few things, like what you're working on. If you like to go fast, if you like to go slow, if you're working on something that's a little more difficult and you want the needles to kind of grab on it a little bit more. I find that if I, depending upon the wood, it will grab my yarn way too easy. Like there's some yarns that, if I use that with a wood needle, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're killing me. Like it slows me down. But other stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, this yarn is super slippery. If I use a metal needle with it, it's flying off and I'm messing it up, or like my tension is like really weird. And it doesn't work as well. And what row am I on? Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Okay. So anyway, and now I'm on the knit 3. Okay. I'm like, I have to remind myself where I am on this thing. I'm knitting right now. Let's see. What other questions did we have? What do we have? Do you have another question? I may have missed one. If I missed your question, just type it again. Please, will you just type it again for me? YouTube's question things, like I see it when they pop up, and then if I don't read it fast enough, it goes and like fades away. And then I have to go backwards, but I'm knitting. Oh, I'm glad you guys came on here. It's good to see you. Did you see the, here's an announcement. Several of you, I know several of you on here, have answered me already, but there's this thing now, because I have over 10,000 subscribers, I have this, this tab for community on my, desktop, but also when you get on your mobile device, it lets you see if I have a post. And I could post a poll or a little quiz for you guys, or just something that's happening with me, like a photo or a video or something. And so I said something about what do you want to see from me in 2018? And you guys were so nice to show me that. You didn't distract me. It's fine, Lorma. That's funny. Anyway, but I asked people what they want to see from me in 2018. And so, there are some changes coming for me in 2018. Also, I'm going to be going to Creativation, which is like Craft and Hobby. It used to be Craft and Hobby Association. It's a little different this year, but I'll be going to Phoenix in January and meeting with some people. But I may be doing things for other people different than I did this last year. However, I still can work with them, but it's going to be a little different. And I'm listening to you all and seeing what you want to see. So please let me know. I'm developing some things. I'm trying my hardest. It's really hard to do when it's just me, but I'm trying my hardest to be like, hey, if I do a needle pattern, then I need to come up with a loom one. I try to get to those within a month, because it takes me a little bit of time to get that done. And I have to get people to test it for me and make sure. So yeah, if you ever want to throw your ring in the hat, let me know. As far as testing goes, if you're fast and all that, I don't have any like contract stuff worked out to pay people right now. I would like to get to that point, but I'm just not. So, anyway, let's see. All right. Someone said something. Someone's making a hat. Hi, Carla, you're making a hat. Awesome. Let me go back. I'm going to scroll back to see. Donna, you asked about absolute beginner videos. Those videos that I have, for beginner needle knitting, there's a playlist, and then I also have a playlist for looms, and the loom along ones, I tried to put that playlist like in order, like if you were learning. So if you'll go to my playlist section and open up and look at all the different playlists, because there's a ton of them. Because I can't like drop a link in here for you right now. Also, if you go to GoodKnitKisses.com, and then if you're on a laptop or desktop, and then go to the search bar in that page, not the one at the top of YouTube, but in that page, type in just a keyword or something, and it'll pop up any video that just I've done. So if you just want to know what I have to say about the subject, pop that in. Yeah. So anyway, I hope that, oh, you know what? My husband is writing me something. I'm going to use my iPad to respond to him. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, because I can't yell at him in the other room. They'd be like, I'm live streaming. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Sorry. You're welcome, Donna. I hope that helps. Oh, okay. Let me go back and see if I missed anybody else. Okay. Okay. Liana says, have you done a how-to for beginners? I'm just learning to knit. I don't get it. Yeah, if you'll check out that beginner playlist, that should be helpful. Bridget, I think I answered your question already. Oh, Kimmy, who won the Bernat giveaway from November? I think I missed a live video. Yes. I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch it myself. Ugh. You're asking me names. I'm like, we had 3 giveaways in a row. So, I don't know. We did 3 giveaways. We did a giveaway for Bernat, 2 different Bernat products. And then the other one was Peyton's Alpaca Blend, which is actually what I'm working with right now. But the winners have all been contacted. Carla, you've made, wait a second. Am I reading this right? You made 20,007 hats. Is that right? Oh my gosh. What? Hey, Card Chick 50. You're excited for your first time for a live show. Awesome. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Shanai. And hey, JB. I'm glad to see you. Welcome to GoodKnit Kisses. If you're joining me for the first time and you're like, who is this lady? I'm knitting. I'm a knitter, and I teach people how to knit and crochet and loom knit and any yarny goodness stuff, and show you some products and things and teach you all the things. So, oh my gosh, seriously, Carla. Oh my gosh, wow, that's amazing. Are you making them for charity? What charity do you make them for? I'm assuming they're for charity. That is awesome. Okay. Lisa says, I have raw alpaca fiber to sell. Anyone want to buy it? I have a ton of fiber. Oh my gosh. I have to spin it. I have a spinning wheel, and I haven't had time to even spin the fiber that I've already purchased. So that would be awesome and amazing, but I would never get to it because I got to get that. Sherry, yes. Hope you're staying warm. I am warm. It was really cold here the other night, but now it's good. Oh my gosh. So you guys, this last weekend, I fought a fire. Yeah. I brought my knitting out to my parents' ranch. They moved from the suburbs to about 12 acres and about an hour away from me. And my kids were with me, and I'm like, okay, well, the kids are going to help. We're trying to put them to work on the farm, on the ranch, to like do stuff. So like one of my daughters is helping clean windows. And another one is like planting some winter type flowers. And then my son, well, he was just playing. But anyway, and so I brought my knitting. Y'all want to see my Stormtrooper bag? So I had my knitting, excuse me, I had my knitting in my bag. This is my Stormtrooper bag. Are y'all Star Wars fans? So anyway, hit that like button if you like it. Anyway, it's an awesome bag from Erin Lane. You have to put your fingers in to get it open. Anyway, it's a sewn bag, and I love it. Anyway, I brought my knitting, and I'm like, I'm just going to sit on the back porch, and I'm just going to knit and enjoy listening to the rush of the water. They can afford they have a really nice pool that they haven't got to use yet because they just bought it, and it's winter. But anyway, I'm like, I'm just going to listen to the water and Yeah, no, that didn't happen. My brother disposed of the embers from the night before. They had an outdoor fireplace and an indoor one working because they're still having construction in the house and they were trying to heat things up. And so he went to dispose of the embers and he put them in the wrong place and it caught the grass on fire in the side yard. And so I was putting out a fire for 2 hours. It was crazy. It was really scary, but my kids were awesome and they had an awesome experience helping and learning how to deal with an emergency. And so that was pretty crazy. So anyway, that was my random last weekend. All right, so back to knitting. Let me answer your questions. What is my absolute favorite loom? Donna, that's a great question. You know, my go-to loom is that I find even after I've had it for, gosh, I've had it since 2012. Did it come out in 2012? I think that's when it came out. Yeah, 2012, the all-in-one loom is still a go-to loom for me. I love it because I can kind of slide it up and down. I love that I can use worsted weight on there. I can even use some sock weight on there. It's a small gauge 3/8 inch spacing. It's got the slider rail, so I can do a variety of sizes. I can do a lot on that loom. I love it. I mean, there's a bunch of looms that I love too, but I also love the Nifty Knitter Bloom Loom, the little 12 pack. It's great for making some samples. Yeah, really. And then of course, you guys know I really love the old Nifty Knitter 48 peg loom, which Cindywood looms make a great version of that. You can go to premiumlooms.com or cindywoodcrafts.com. So it's CIND looms.com. Or actually, if you go to my Amazon store, you'll see a couple of different things that she sells on the her Amazon store. She doesn't have everything on there, but you can kind of see. So if you just go to my Amazon shop, you'll see some of the things that are the things that I like or that I've used before. So yeah. Anyway, so they make a version of that. It's a 5/8 regular gauge. No, 5/8 large gauge loom, 48 pegs in a round, circular. What's my favorite hat loom pattern? Can't get it right in crochet. Up here, see that pink hat? There's a version, that's a needle version of a loom hat. I started off as a loom hat. It's still one of my favorite hats. It's a visor, but you can actually if I was making it again, I'd probably leave the visor off and just use that. And I did that on did I do it on the 48 peg? Yeah, I did it on the 48 peg loom and I love it. It's like generous for like big hair, like big yarn, but you could actually adapt it to anything that I think as long as it's divisible by, as long as your loom pegs are divisible by 2 or 4. Let's say 4 to be safe. Then you can actually adapt that pattern to anything else in the round. So you could probably do that pattern with worsted weight on a smaller gauge loom. So anyway, yeah, you're done. Okay. You just ordered one, Donna? Oh, awesome. What new stitch are you learning, Snowy Snow? She says she's in San Francisco learning a new stitch. That person, I just put them in timeout. That was like, what? Make me some pajamas. I'm not making you pajamas. Oh, you just finished a baby booty. Sweet. I don't have a bunch of baby booties. I've done like I have a baby layette set that has like little picots on it. And so they're like little baby socks with like picots on the top. And then also a baby bonnet to match. And then a little bitty mitered lovey. So that's the only one that I have myself here. Oop, I'm on the last one. And then now I need to knit around. So anyway, y'all are fun. Oh, this is so much better than me just sitting here in silence knitting. I'm afraid what would happen is if I went upstairs and I started stitch knitting, I mean, what is it? Knitflix. If I started watching Netflix and knitting, then what would happen is I would get to my stopping point and then fall asleep and not finish the video, because once I finish the video, I can finish and edit this one, and then I can work on the next thing, which is the towel topper that so many of you guys want me to do. So I don't want to not do that. I really wanted to get it all done and filmed so I could get it up on Friday, but I don't think that's going to happen. I want it to happen, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to see. Also, I have a no sew. Would you guys be interested in a no knit, no sew shawl that you can make as like quick Christmas presents or Hanukkah presents or whatever? It's like a play on another pattern. It's all about like fleece and like cutting it in a certain way. And I haven't seen anybody do it this way. It's like super original looking, and it's based on a knitting pattern, but it's made I'm just cutting it, but it's like really unique looking. I think it is. So wow, are you really on live? Yes, I am, Robin. I'm really on live. Lexi says that sounds interesting. Yeah, I've been meaning to do. You're gonna shoot me. I've got so many projects, y'all, that come out my head that I can't catch up on. So this thing I'm asking you about, I've had the fabric for it for like 2 years waiting on me in my cabinet, and I'm like, I'm sick of this. I should have done this 2 years ago. People are gonna love it. I think they're gonna love it. My problem is I need to write. I'm really bad at writing titles for things like that people can search for and find what they need when they need it, because I'd rather you find it because it's really cute. So anyway, hopefully I name it okay. All right, I'm almost done with this row, and then I'm gonna knit two together. Robin, I'm working on this pattern, and I'm trying to get it done, and I was having a hard time, like, because I kept like knitting this row where I needed to decrease because my mind was like going crazy. Like, I just dropped my stitch marker. Haha, there it is. I'm at the end of a round in a circle in the circular needles, and like I'm so bad about dropping the stitch marker. I know, because I get all weird. Anyway, I'm having to do like the magic circle method, and so and now I'm at the end, and it's getting smaller, and I'm like, okay, I need to work on this. Here, I'll look at your comments in here just a second. I'm like at this critical point. Okay, 1, 2, and then decrease. Okay, now I'm at a point where I can stop and read. Okay, hold on. Yay, you're almost done. She knows what I'm working on. I think she knows. No, I'm working on a different project. This is different. This is different, Robin. Excuse me. Bridget says timeout button that one. I did. You have this 36-page thing. Oh, good night, Sheila. I'm sorry. I missed you. If you come back, I missed you. I didn't say good night. I know, Leona, that was being rude, weren't they? Anyway, okay. Okay, how about that with the pom-pom? Are you saying that with pom-pom? I know you wrote hate, but I think that was just a typo. Hat, yeah. How about hat with pom-pom? I do have some hats with pom-poms. I've got them on my channel. Yeah, you guys, seriously, I have a ton of, I'm like almost 400 or 500 videos now on YouTube. If you go on youtube.com/GoodKnitKisses and go in, not the upper bar, but the lower one where it has search. If you just type in your keyword there, you'll see a ton of videos that I've already done. So, yeah, just a short little keyword is all you need. You made my page boy hat. Awesome. That's the one I was talking about. Haven't made socks in the all-in-one loom. Yeah, and in fact, if you get a second slider, you could do 2 socks at the same time. I'm really bad about not making socks in because then I don't make a match. But if you do them at the same time, it's a whole lot easier to do the second mate. It just seems slower, because you're doing it that way. Okay, knit 2 together. I'm like, Kristen, keep it together. What am I doing? Okay. Knit 2 together. All right. Robin, you might be interested in making what I'm making. This is something that I haven't written out the pattern for a loom for yet. And I know everybody's going to want it. And it's that same yarn we did. No, you don't have this one. Never mind. Hang on a minute. Critical point. I'll look at your thing in just a second. I saw a comment pop up, but I didn't get to read it. Hang on. I'm trying to readjust my needles here. Hold on. The things that you don't see when I'm filming. Because what I do is normally I'm like this and I'm like leaning over. But then like in between, I'm like, I sit up and I'm working on my stuff, because I'm like, pause your video. And I'm like, I get to sit up and look at what I'm doing. One, two. Okay. I'm on the straightaway. So it's faster. Thank you, Carla. Oh, the hat I'm making would look awesome with the pom-pom. Thank you, Robin. Yeah, I was thinking I could do this one, but I had an idea. I haven't seen anyone do a pom-pom out of this thing, and I'm debating. I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you. Because I think it's a really cute, original idea. I'm not going to tell you. So one could be this, which is the accent on this. Maria, you're in Fort Worth. I'm near Fort Worth. So, hey, howdy. Hello in Greece. I see you. Hi, Kristen. That's okay. I understand the autocorrect on Kristen, and your name is Kristen with the I-N. I know it's not Ian. It can't all be Ian. Sorry, I'm reading what Robin said. Yeah, I understand. Shy moment. That's Betty, right? Is that Betty? You're so right. I make socks on DPNs and always work both socks concurrently. Yeah. Love I am. I've made your beginner's hat in different styles for like 10 people in my neighborhood. Now it's slippers. Love your vids. Thank you so much. Haven't made socks on the new KB sock loom yet. The extra, the EFG, the extra fine gauge one? No. Because because I'm not a sock person. You guys have asked me to do socks so many times, and I always recommend, well, if I get to the comment, I usually recommend to go to the Knitting Board YouTube channel because their video on it is so good. I'm like, why mess with a good thing? Anyway, the lighting is great, and I don't have to do it. So, Dawn. I'm sorry. Your last name, okay, that's Dawn. Yes. And you're Beatty, Dawn Beatty. I'm sorry, I'm outing you on your name. Why do I always remember your last name first? Why do I do that? Anyway, I recognize her I want to say her icon, but it's your profile. Hey, Zoe. Let's see. Let's go back. Make it with the interchangeable pom-pom. Yeah, did you like that where you take the button and then you use that where you can like switch it out? Oh, I pulled my button off the other day on one of my pom-poms. I was messing around. Like, I'm the person who messes with like the pin caps on a pin, and then I pop off the little thing. I know I'm that annoying person. You're probably like, oh my gosh, you're the person I hate when I pick up a pin and it's popped off. But I have like this, I guess it's just a nervous habit. And I did that on the pom-pom thing. I was like talking with someone on the phone and I was just fiddling with it. And I'm like, I messed this up. I know. Awesome. Just love your vids. I learned. Thank you so much, Maria. How do you do YouTube video channels? Do you want to start your own channel, Carla? That would be awesome. What are you wanting to do? It's kind of hard to answer. How do I do the videos? I mean, just make a video and put it out there. Like decide what you shouldn't have to decide what you're passionate about. Whatever you're passionate about, and like you want to get, like, what is your message? What do you want to get out there? I mean, I just wanted to help people learn how to do something and something that I enjoy. So like that's where mine came from. Yeah. Let's see. All right, what point am I at? La la la. I'm on the last. Oh, I'm getting there. All right, hold on. I gotta get to this point. All right, I'm at like at the very end. Making hats. Carla, you want to make a video? You're gonna make a channel on making hats? Like you're gonna be like the hat extraordinaire person. Yeah, that would be cool. You know, some people just love to make one thing, but if you make like a variety on that one thing, like you're like that becomes your niche and people love it. So do it. Do it. Okay, I'm on the straightaway. Let's see. All right. You're a picker too? Yeah. Yeah. I know someone said once I should keep a paper clip in my pocket and then I'd like play with that or something, but I don't know. That seems dangerous to me. I think I could hurt myself with that or snag my knits or something. And no, I don't want a fidget spinner. Oh gosh, those things crack me up. Lisa, it's like this at my house. Critical point. Husband says, can you help me with this? Yeah. And then I'm like, 1, 2, I'm like counting. I'm like, one more row, one more stitch, one more this, you know, like, I can't help you. I can't help you right now. Let's see. Did I miss a question? Okay, I didn't miss a question. Okay, well, I don't think I did. Anyway, 28 pairs of socks? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, Dawn. Okay, do you think I have been able to keep even one pair to myself? Okay, wait, you're kidding me. These are for other people? Okay, honey, you need to make a pair for yourself or 2 or 3. 28? Will you make socks for me? I'm just kidding. I had somebody offer me socks and I refused them because honestly, I know what hard work it is. And like, I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm like indebted to that person if I accept socks like that. Cause like, it wasn't someone, anyway, I don't know. It just makes me feel weird. I'm not sure. It's so, I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry. Why? I am just messing up tonight. Oh, and I saw you. Did y'all see my Stormtrooper bag? I was trying to tell y'all about my Stormtrooper bag. Anyway, what do you think of a custom bag, a custom GoodKnitKisses bag that has loom knitters, needle knitters, and crochet on it? Do you like that? I was telling Facebookers about it on my live broadcast on Monday, and we're working on a custom fabric with Erin Lane bags, and so I'm excited. I'm excited. So we're trying to get the fabric all nailed down to what we're gonna do, and then I'll present it to, or then what she'll do is she'll spend time making them, so it'll be a limited supply, and then whenever they're all ready, then we'll have like a sale thing on them. That way you don't have to wait for them to be made. They'll like already be made. So anyway, Lorma, you can't wait. Christine can't wait. Can't wait to see the bag, Maggie says. Yay! Oh, his and hers sock looms. Oh, okay, Donna. Lorma says, I tried making socks the other day for my husband. Oh my God, I had an extra heel. Look like something from a scary movie. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I saw this old, I Love Lucy show. And he's like, what are you doing, Lucy? And she's like, oh, I'm so good. I finally got around to darning that hole in your sock. And she's got like a darning egg and she's doing it. She's like, but it's taking me a long time and it was a really big hole. And he's like, oh, okay. And she's like, oh, I'm done. Here you go. And like she had closed up the end of his sock. In fact, she had locked in the darning egg inside the sock. So it was like stuck in the thing. He could like swing it around. Did anybody ever see that? Did you see that episode? I don't know. Was she pregnant in that episode? Okay, I don't know. Liana wants a bag. Okay, HR says I feel like I'm talking to HR. If you have any advice on how to select the appropriate size knitting needles, I would truly appreciate your advice. Yeah, knitting needle sizes. I mean, what I do is I look at, well, what kind of project am I working on? If I'm working on something on lace, then I'm going to use like a needle that's like multiple times bigger than the yarn that I'm using. Make sure it's a yarn that I want to see. I call it naked yarn. When when it comes to lace, like, do I like what this yarn looks like when it's just hanging in raw form and I get to see these elongated stitches? Is it smooth? Is it going to catch things? Is it going to catch my eye? Is it pretty? Okay, bye. Good night, Carla. It was really good to chat with you, and congratulations on, oh my gosh, all your hats. That's amazing. Good luck on your channel. Anyway, but when you pick the yarn, I like to look at the ball band and see if it's got the recommendations, like what needle was used, or if there's a pattern that's been used. Go to Ravelry and check out patterns in needle sizes that are used with that yarn. You can actually find that information out because people have their stashes and stuff, and you can see what projects are made and see what needle sizes are made with it. And then depending upon your tension, you may need to go up or down a needle size and try it. You can knit a swatch, or you can kind of just start working it. Some people like to knit like a stockinette size of it, several stitches wide, and see what it looks like, and then they'll just do it real loose, and then just pop it back out and then reuse that. I don't recommend like doing it and reusing it all the time, just because if you do that a lot with that same yarn, then you might want to like not reuse that yarn, that part of the yarn, because it's kind of become weaker and pulled out. And so if you need something that has a lot of elasticity and stuff to it, you could kind of ruin that yarn, especially if you're like a really tight knitter and you worked with something like this too tight. You could like overstretch the yarn, and then the rest of your project, maybe one part seems like really overworked. But I mean, that's not typical. I wouldn't typically do that, but you do kind of have a danger of doing that in some instances. That was really vague. Was that vague? I'm sorry. Thank you for your feedback on that question that someone had. Lisa says, I want to try a needle size 19 on something that's called for an 11, but I was scared to try it. What would happen? It would be lacy. Lisa, it would look lacy. So if you want like an open weave, like a drop stitch look or something without actually having to make drop stitches, that's exactly what would happen. So it would be really gauzy and open. Does that make sense? It'll look like I say open weave, but it's not a woven fabric, it's knitted, but it will have this openness to it, like a lace. So yeah, that's, if you wanted a lace out of that yarn, and it's the one that calls for an 11 and you do a 19, that's exactly what's going to happen. Oh, Lorma says you need to take orders. I want a big bag Erin Lane was selling live, and I wanted 78, and they just kept overlooking my number. So I was so sad I didn't get one. If you take orders, I'll pay it front. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. If I get to where like people are like, I want that bag like all the time, and it becomes like a thing, I could always do a thing where I buy a bunch of bags and then sell them. My husband does not want me to actually sell any product. What we have worked out is where I do a lot of digital stuff. So like with Erin Lane, she's not charging anybody extra to do my thing, but I do make a percentage on, I make something on what she sells it for. Does that make sense? Because it's something that has my kind of branded thing to it. And you guys are going to love the Loom one. If you're a Loom knitter, we're adding some Loom knitters here. You want me to show you for people who didn't get to see it? Okay, this is some of the bags from Erin Lane. And this fabric right here is the Crafting Sheeple. They're like these really cute caricatures. And this is like what I put my DPNs in. And so this is the fabric here. And then here's the first one. This is the crochet one. And see, it's got the amigurumi sheep. See, he's making the little sheep. Isn't that cute? It's his own selfie. And then we have a painter, looks like Bob Ross. Isn't that Bob Ross that has big hair? And then we got a lone sheeple here. And then we have one who's like a beater. And then here's Bob. Oh, and then here's the sewer. And then, so it's Erin Lane bags. And then let's see. Where's the knitter? There is a knitter on here. Oh, here's the spinner. Isn't that cute? And then There's a knitter on here. Okay, there she is. You can see her peeking out right here. See, there's the knitter. And they kind of just fall where they fall. Now, this bag is different. It's not like the first bag will do. Okay, here's the knitter. There she is. Or he. Like really concentrating, like what I was doing. Which part am I working on? So they're really cute. And so we've got 2 sheeples, and we're going to be doing loom knitters. And oh my gosh, they're so adorable. So adorable. The bag that we're going to do, here's one of the bags. No, I'm not doing this one first, but like this is one of the types of bags she does. And she has these little key fob things. And this one's like a zipper bag with some interfacing in it. Okay. Like this little bag that you can put like your tools in. Here's another interchangeable needles. It's called the Ultimate. So this is like another one, these knit sheeples. And then this is one of the bags that I do. You put your hand in, and then this is how they go together. You just pull them like that. And then they don't come apart unless you pull them out like that. And this one is a special one where it has like a flat bottom, but I'm doing one that's like a flat, like a large bag. So it's like a little wider than this. I think it's like a 15 by 15. It's called a large bag. If you go to erinlanebags.com, you'll see her bag. So let me measure this real quick. Hold on. Let me get my tape measure. This bag is, if I flatten out, it is about 12 inches. So imagine about 3 inches wider than this. And you should be able to put a hat loom in it. And then, anyway, and then it just, so it's a simple one. They're about $25. And so it would be the custom one. This one that I'm looking at right here is one that I got. It has like some gold foiling and stuff on it. So I have this in like this bag, and then I have this one. I even have like a little bitty thing. So like what'll happen is we'll have the custom bags available, and then we may do like another bag, like be like, oh, Kristen, can the next bag you do be this one? And maybe y'all can vote on it, or say, or go, go on their website, come back to this thing when it's not live, because otherwise after it's live, your comments will stay. The live comments kind of go away. But if you come back to this video, or go to my community page and write on the thing and be like, oh, I want one of your bags, but I want this one that Erin Lane carries, and I want it in the Kristen one, in the GoodKnitKisses one, then I'll know. And then I can do it. So anyway, let's see. Oh, I got an alert coming up. Hang on. Let me just get rid of that so I can see more of your comments. Okay, I'll do that tomorrow. Love the spinning sheep. Hard for us to find cute sheet stuff for us spinners. Yeah. I told her to keep the spinner on there. So hopefully she keeps it on there. It's supposed to keep the spinner, the crocheter, the knitter, and then we'll have the loom knitter. And because I have a wheel. I have an Ash for Joy that I like barely use, but I have a wheel. So I have all the fiber. I need somebody to come and like teach me in person, because I'm so bad about like going to a class. So large is good. Christine says she likes that. I picked that for you guys because I thought, a hat loom is really good and generic, and like most people when they want to go on a trip and stuff would love a hat loom. So I think we're going to do like 75 for the first run, which I don't know. I mean, I want them to sell. I don't want to sell too many of them, because I don't want them to just sit at Lindsay's house. So, oh, good. Card check. I would love a bag. Right now, my yarn is in my scrapbook tote bag. You guys, when I was working and doing this, like, don't kill me, but sometimes I just use bags from Walmart, like the plastic bags, and then I would put my knitting in there and then all my stuff, and then I would have like a couple of those in like another little tote bag to kind of divide up my stuff. And I would carry that to work and like hope that I didn't mess it up. So, I mean, those plastic bags, anyway, so you like that? You guys are giving me such great feedback. Oh, I'm so glad that you love it. So good. I'm so glad. I love your videos, especially baby blankets. Oh, thank you so much, Yarnia. I love the name Yarny and Wools. It's on YouTube. I've seen them. Oh, I missed the thing. Anyway, oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. I crochet my bags for my crochet and knitting. Oh, awesome. You know, and also she's talking about doing fat quarters of some yarn. So we might do fat quarters. So you could line your knitting and crochet bags. So would you guys be interested in fat quarters? If you know what fat quarters are, it's just extra fabric. It's just a small piece of it. And then, you know, nice for a nice small project. So anyway, I don't know. The sewers in here could tell me what the dimensions of a fat quarter is. I forget. I'd have to look it up and be like, oh, that's it. Anyway, thanks y'all for hanging on with me. We just hit an hour on here. Woohoo! I should have been done with this long ago, but I've really enjoyed hanging out with you guys. So now I have to go finish the rest of my tutorial. So I'm so glad that you joined me for this impromptu little chat here. It's great to see you. And be sure and head over to the community page and respond what you want in 2018 on GoodKnitKisses channel. And I look forward to chatting with you there. I hope you have a great day. Happy knitting and crochet. Bye, everyone. Ah, and how do I hang up? Ah.